Mughals are not invaders, they are simply conquerors of other Indian kingdoms like any other Indian dynasties are conquerors of other Indian kingdoms. The Delhi Sultanate was the dominant power in North India from the 13th early 16th century, surrounded by smaller Hindu and Islamic states. The Delhi Sultanate originated from the Turkic slave soldiers Mamluks of the Ghurid Sultanate after its fall. Mamluk sultans purchased and trained Turkic nomadic children as elite troops. Most early Delhi sultans had Mamluk backgrounds. Persians and Central Asians fleeing the Mughals added to Delhi's Islamic population and military. Delhi grew powerful as the Mughals destroyed Delhi's northwest rivals. Delhi's founder Iltutmish initiated diplomatic contacts with the Mughals. After Iltutmish's death, Mughal raids on India became routine but were limited to frontier cities, not full invasions. Succession struggles after Iltutmish left Delhi vulnerable to Mughal attacks. Frontier cities like Multan, Lahore and Uch resisted Mughal sieges for months, inflicting Mughal casualties. The Mughals often undermined frontier city walls when capturing them. Rebuilding walls was a constant need. Balban became Delhi Vizier in 1249 and Sultan in 1266. He tried holding Mughals at border sieges while advancing from Delhi. To fund defenses, Balban urged conquests of Hindu powers in Doab for loot. Inhabitants of frontier cities, Hindu and Muslim, stubbornly defended against Mughal sieges. Militarily, Balban expanded Delhi's cavalry and highlighted war elephants. Diplomatically, Balban impressed Mughal envoys and secured a respite from raids. After the Mughal Empire's division in 1260s, new Mughal breakaway forces resumed raiding India. As Sultan, Balban resettled Lahore and Multan, improved frontier forts and garrisons. Balban welcomed refugee Mughals and Central Asians, gaining military knowledge despite wariness. Balban prioritized defense against Mughals over campaigns against Hindu rivals. Balban lamented he could not fight Hindus as he feared Mughal attacks in Delhi's absence. Balban's heir and top general died in a Mughal attack in 1285, devastating Balban. Alauddin Khilji repelled major Mughal invasions after taking Delhi's throne in 1296. Alauddin created a large standing army via economic reforms to pay fixed salaries. Alauddin strengthened cavalry, elephants, frontier city defenses against Mughals. Alauddin claimed a victory at Kili in 1299, but his general Zafar Khan was the key hero. In 1303, Delhi almost fell to the Mughals in a month-long siege. After 1303, Alauddin enacted major reforms in response to the siege. Alauddin kept his army active against Hindu rivals to improve battle skills. Alauddin inflicted gruesome reprisals against Mughal prisoners and Muslim Mughal residents. Alauddin halted major Mughal raids, though smaller raids continued for decades after. The Delhi Sultanate avoided direct Mughal occupation through military reforms and ferocious resistance. Frontier city sieges slowed and bloodied Mughal forces. Diplomacy and shows of strength sometimes delayed major Mughal invasions. Refugees from Mughals added military knowledge but were viewed with distrust. Hindu subjects willingly fought for Delhi against the Mughals. Balban and Alauddin recognized Mughals as the primary threat to their rule. Generational succession crises repeatedly weakened Delhi's ability to face Mughals. Delhi chroniclers saw divine intervention as critical in sparing Delhi from the Mughals. Rivalry between Mughal factions and civil wars occasionally provided Delhi respite. Balban's and Alauddin's military reforms built large standing armies funded by economic policies. Alauddin inflicted massacres against Mughals within Delhi as repression and intimidation. Repeated rebuilding of battered frontier cities was hugely expensive for Delhi. War elephants played a vital shock role against Mughal cavalry charges. Delhi's manpower edge allowed large mobilization against Mughal raiding forces. Individual generalship at sieges sometimes thwarted larger Mughal forces. Mughals often withdrew from Delhi counter-attacks rather than face pitched battle. Mughal envoys to Delhi were sometimes impressed by shows of Delhi's military might. Delhi used both powerful defenses and relentless offenses against Mughals. The Mughals sought to capture and control Delhi, not just raid it. Mughal raids brought recurring devastation to the Punjab and Kashmir. Delhi's Hindu subjects resisted the Mughals, not seeing them as liberators. Mamluk Turks dominated Delhi's early Sultanate military. Delhi Sultans purchased Turkic Mamluk slaves from Central Asia for military service. Some frontier forts changed hands multiple times between Delhi and the Mughals. Personality clashes between Mughal Khans affected Delhi-Mughal relations. Delhi's responses had limited success but ensured survival of the Sultanate. Mughal civil conflicts offered opportunities for some Delhi advances. Delhi resilience against enormous Mughal pressure was remarkable. Annual Mughal attacks meant constant disruption and rebuilding along the frontier. Both Mughals and Delhi desired control of the Punjab as the borderland. Delhi chroniclers expressed a mix of fear, bitterness and awe of Mughal military prowess. Mughal raids into India dated back to the 1240s under Ogadei Khan. Mughal siege engineers erected catapults and undermined city walls. Mughals personalized conflicts. Hatreds sometimes spanned generations.